Well, hello and welcome to the Pastor's Study. I'm Ray Bertolette, and I'm glad that you have stopped by. We have been journeying through Philippians, Paul's letter to the Philippians, and last time we were together, he talked about reaching towards the prize, reaching towards that goal of Jesus Christ. And he continues on, and he tells us about having an attitude. Now, usually when we hear the phrase, have an attitude or they have an attitude, it usually is meant in a bad way. Usually it's somebody that doesn't want to listen, somebody thinks they're smarter than everybody else. You know, my children growing up had attitudes. Sometimes as an adult I get an attitude and it's not always positive. Even my grandchildren, I love my grandchildren, but sometimes they get an attitude. But Paul tells us that we need to have an attitude. And he says this. Let me read these couple verses for us here. He says, "Let us therefore, as many as are perfect, have this attitude. And if in anything you have a different attitude, God will reveal that also to you. However, let us keep living by that same standard to which we have attained." So what is he talking about, have an attitude? He's talking about what we looked at last time. Have that desire, that focus that we are striving to be like Christ. That's the attitude that we should have. That's what we should be reaching for. And he says, you know what? If that's not the attitude that you have, if you have a different attitude, he says, let God reveal it to you. Let God reveal to you things in your life that should not be a part of your Christianity, that should not be a part of a Christian's life. You know, there are things that aren't necessarily automatically terrible or evil, but they may not be positive in terms of living like a Christian. And so some of these things we need to lay aside. And we need to pick up that attitude of striving to be Christ-minded and Christ-like. Have that as a goal. Have that as a standard, as Paul says. Something that we're striving for, reaching for the mark. You know, it used to be when we were in high school, we'd put a mark on the wall with chalk, and then we'd chalk our fingers some more, and then we'd jump up, putting a higher mark on, trying to gain that higher elevation. Well, our standard, our mark is Jesus Christ. And we should be striving to be Christ-like in all that we do. Till next time we get together in the Pastor's Study, goodbye and may God bless.